The men's 60 meters is interesting this season, and who I predict to win I can't decide because it could very much change. Because, okay, so I've looked at the results and I've looked at the racers, and it's not the same as compared to the last World Indoor in 2022. Because realistically, there's three names that I look at and I think, okay, there could be a chance that one of these three, one of these two could win it. So the first up is one name you have to mention is Marcell Jacobs. This guy was the Olympic champion in 2021, and he is the defending champion for the 2024 indoor season, or for this upcoming championship. So far, he's not ran a race for 60 meters, and knowing his injury record, I don't know if he's injured right now, but he's gonna have to get a race at some point. If he were to compete at this World Indoors Championships, and if he were to, defend his title, because I think from what I remember, he has a very good start. But if he were to come back to defend his title, I think that, yeah, he would need to at least get one race or two races under his belt. Do I think he's gonna win the world title this year? I don't think so. I think it'll be a new one this year. I don't think Marcell Jacobs will win this world title this year. So, yeah, and who knows how he'll do outdoors, but listen, outdoors is for another video. So, the next up is the world record holder, the silver medalist of last year, or not last year, the silver medalist of 2022, Christian Coleman. This guy, now, I don't think, for me, like, he could win, but if expecting a world record, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think if we were to expect a winner from this world championship, that we are going to expect at least a 6.4, 6.44, 6.45 around there. I think that's what it's going to take to get a winning time for the World Indoors. And Coleman does have that ability to be able to pull that off. He has the ability to get a 60-meter indoor title. He has the ability, especially with his start. He's very good at, and in this sort of distance, he's very, he's specialized for that. So his great start, and he could definitely sneak that world title this year. He could definitely be one of the names to win worlds. Whether he will, well, listen, there's one more guy, and there's some honorable mentions like Akeem Blake ran 6:45 this season. Jones from the Bahamas 6:47. The guy in January this year ran around January time. He ran Jens Fernandez. He ran 6:49, and listen, I think those guys have potential to get to a final. They all have potential to get to the final. Whether they show up on the day, that's another story. But I think between those three, I think Akeem Blake is more likely to definitely reach the final. I think he's very likely to reach the final. And as for the other two, who knows? Someone like Jens Fernandez hasn't raced since January, so we're yet to see what he'll do. This is recorded before any races, before the trials and such, so I don't know, maybe he might have raced already, but this, as of right now, this is recorded February 16th, so if he's raced, then he's raced, but if not, then, yeah. But, the big one, the big name that people should look out for is this guy right here, Noah Lyles. I like this guy. I like his personality. I like watching him race. Great, incredible, and I'll talk more about him later down the line. But Noah Lyles, he's always been known for having not the best starts. Always been known for not having the best starts. But this season, last season, he's really improved on his starts. I remember him talking about in an interview that he wanted to, once he's got the 200 meters, in an area where he could, feel comfortable, he said, all right, let's focus on the 100 meters. And he's been improving on that. And now he's become a serious threat, because if he that improved start that he's had is it makes him very dangerous in the 100 meters, because we know that he's got very good top acceleration speed, or top accelerating speed, and only combine that with a good start, it's dangerous, very dangerous. And I think he's one of those guys that could win the worlds this year, or he could win the world championships this year. I think he's one of the favorites alongside Christian Coleman. I think those two are the big name favorites. Yes, of course, there's Marcell Jacobs, defending champion, but I don't think he will. I think he could make the final. I mean, very well could make the final, but I don't think that he will win the world title. So really, I think it's going to come down to between Noah Lyles and Christian Coleman for the 60 meters. As for who I think is going to win, well, we'll have to see. I hope Noah Lyles wins, but hope doesn't win you anything. Well, not. Well, I mean, my hope doesn't win these guys anything, but we'll have to see. I mean, yeah.